I admire my mother for a lot of reasons. My mother is very protecting. I like that about her. I think that's one of the things I'm gonna have to struggle with is the overprotecting. She's a great listener. She has a great sense of humor. She can kind of turn a bleak situation into something positive by using humor. I think that's something I really respect and admire. She's very spiritual. She was my young woman president growing up, and so I've seen that kind of the fun, friendly, spiritual side of her, you know. And I admire how many of the girls that she was like their Laurel advisor still come back and want to be a part of my mom's life because they just have that bond with her. So she's very outgoing and selfless. You have to be selfless to be a mother, and she's a testament of that to me. So the hardest part about being a mom is, since I just have a new baby, is how much change all of a sudden it takes in your life. So you go from being just you and your husband to now all of a sudden it's you and somebody else, and you're 100% responsible, and there's no more time for you. There's no more time for movies, and there's hardly any time. If you have time for movies, you just want to sleep. So that's one challenge I found, is just balancing what I want and what's important, what I want to do with the short amount of time I have to do for myself. But I think down the road I envision a lot of challenges with me not worrying so much, and letting him kind of fall a little bit on his own face if he has to, you know, to kind of learn the things he needs to do. It's so my instinct to protect him and to not let him have bad things happen to him, but to just kind of step back and let him learn for himself. I imagine that's gonna be terrible. It already is. It's hard to let him learn. I would change that when the baby is first born, that he sleeps through the night from day one. That's the only thing I would change. They need to learn to sleep through the night from the very beginning. That would make everyone's life so much easier, including his. It would make everyone's life. But more seriously, I think I would change, I don't know that I would change anything. I think it's kind of this bumpy road you have to kind of experience for yourself, because no two experiences are the same. Your personality is not going to match your kid's personality exactly. You're not supposed to. If you are, that's kind of weird. But so there's going to be these bumps along the road, and I think that's the part of being a mom is figuring out how to get over those bumps and still love the kid through the bumps, you know. So I think that's part of being a mom is experiencing these kind of rough patches and still loving your kid at the end of the day. The most rewarding part about being a mom is the little moments, the little things when it's just, you know, my son and I, and we're just together, and it's just like you're gonna make me cry. But it's just knowing that I'm responsible for him and he's dependent on me, and it's just the love you have for each other. Jake, I didn't mean to cry. But I love just when he's happy, and when he's able to do milestones. Like, I remember the first moment, since it wasn't that long ago, when we connected and he knew who I was and I knew who he was. You know, we just had that moment of love, and you just know that, you know, it's just an awesome thing. I would tell somebody that is afraid to be a mom to just do it. It's a leap of faith, and it's quite a huge adjustment, but it's so worth it. I mean, I've only been a mom for 6 months, and already I wouldn't go back for anything. But there's a lot of scariness, a lot of things you're not sure about. But at the end of the day, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. I have a friend that just had a miscarriage, and she says that she's done one miscarriage, and you know, and that happens to a lot of people. I think a lot of people kind of have one thing that happens, and they realize how hard it is and how attached you get so soon. And I think you just have to, you know, kind of say you kind of have to put your big girl panties on and just say, I can get to work, I can do this. And that's what I think you should do, because it's so worth it. It's really worth it. Is that inappropriate to say panties? I don't know. Sorry.